Hey, what's up everyone? Orange Hood back again, and today we're going to attempt to beat one of my favorite games as a kid growing up, Sonic the Hedgehog 1. Now, this isn't the original, this is on the PS5, Sonic Origins Plus, so as you can see here we've got Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, and Amy. I'm just going to be playing as Sonic for most of it, just trying to keep it, just trying to keep it classic for most of it, you know. So this is where it all begins, Green Hill Zone. You'll see this zone a lot popping up, being perfectly honest with you. I think, oh god. This is a foreshadowing of what's to come. I get hit a lot throughout my classic Sonic runs. Time of recording this, I've recorded all the footage for at least Sonic 1 CD and 2. And I'm hoping to make this a full series covering all of the mainline Sonic games. But yeah, just like that, that's it, that's the stage. Didn't really talk about Green Hill Act 1, I'm afraid. As you see there, though, I got over 50 rings, and at the end of the stage there was a great big ring. Jump through that, and you enter... Sick Zone! I absolutely hate the special stages in Sonic 1. As you can see here, I had a absolute fantastic time trying to get through this. I'm struggling so goddamn much, and by no fault of my own, because I swear the Sonic Origins Plus version of a lot of special stages are just so fucky. Like, I just feel like they're so bullshit, because I used to be able to do these very easily as a kid. Oh, fuck! But yeah, I used to be able to do them very easily, and I struggled so hard trying to get these Chaos Emeralds. I can't even begin to tell you how many times it took me to just get some of the Emeralds. It was ridiculous. Wait till you see the Sonic CD one. Some of those runs, I think it was Emerald 5, took me about 4 or 5 tries. I'll edit it out, so you don't have to see it, but my god. But Act 2, it's a very pretty zone, I can't lie. It's a very iconic zone, for obvious reasons. Is Green Hill. A little shortcut down here. There is a way to do that without getting damaged, but just infuse the invincibility frames. That's what they're there for. Obviously we're playing on the anniversary mode for this, just so I don't have to worry about dying, getting game overs. There's a free man there if you're playing in the classic mode. But yeah. Once again, finish the stage with more than 50 rings, jump through the ring, and we're off to the second special stage. I can't remember which special stage it was, but there was one that just gave me so much trouble. I think it may have actually just been one of the earlier special stages as well, either like 3 or 4. It was just an absolute nightmare. But we do get them all, don't worry, we get every single Chaos Emerald. So we get the proper ending of the game. Those fucking bouncing things! Jesus Christ. But I suppose these aren't the worst special stages. To be honest, I find these a lot... Well, I find the originals a lot easier than future special stages, but this version, much, much harder. But anywho, we got the second Chaos Emerald, we got the nice shiny blue one and a nice shiny yellow one. And we're moving on to Act 3. Now, Sonic the Hedgehog 3 is Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Sonic the Hedgehog, the original one, the better one, not the 2006 version. This game does something a little bit... Oh god, hold on. There we go. I tried to drop dash there, but it just didn't work. I think I need to get a new controller. Yeah, this game is a little bit different, of course. Of course. Just as it ran out. But this game's a little bit different. Unlike most other Sonic games, this one has 3 acts in comparison to the standard 2 for the classic games. The classic games going forward after this one have a 2-act ideology, whereas the original had 3. Now, I believe I'm the only person in history to actually have a tough time fighting this boss. I tried to do this the normal way, the way I actually meant to do it, but I just ended up getting hit. Usually I just abuse the invincibility frames for this, just because it's just easier. I'm not perfect, I'm only human, you know? I'm going for a no-hit run here, we're just trying to get through the game. Just have a good time, try and get through the game. But this is the evil Dr. Robotnik. Now, Dr. Robotnik is the main big bad throughout every single Sonic game, if not most Sonic games. He's definitely the big bad throughout at least the classic games. That being Sonic 1, CD, 2, and Knuckles. 3 and Knuckles, should I say. And what I just destroyed there was called a Roboticizer. Basically, Robotnik is an evil genius, or I should call him Eggman, evil genius, and he's hell-bent on turning the world into Robotnik Land. And he's planning on turning animals, critters, flowers, all that jazz into robots. Basically just, trying to take over the world. It's unclear if his original plan was to take over the world to build an amusement park, but, at least that's the theme that the modern ones go with, so that's the one that we're gonna go with here. I did have the opportunity to record this on the original hardware, being the original Sega Genesis. I do own an original copy of Sonic the Hedgehog, as well as Sonic 2, 3, and Knuckles. However, I figured that with the quality that the PS5 could offer us, I figured I'd record this. I should probably mention as well that this is before Sonic gets his lighter blue skin color. He's got his dark blue pigment. I personally prefer the lighter blue for classic Sonic. The more royal blue this is, I suppose. But at the end of the day, I just love the classic Sonic design. I'm part of the population who are okay with Sega bringing them back. I love the fact they bring him back. I love classic Sonic. As much as I love a lot of the newer games, such as Adventure, Heroes, I feel like they get very... Well, I suppose Heroes isn't... Oh god, Jesus Christ, I've got to be careful here. I suppose Heroes isn't as bad, but like Sonic Adventure 2, the stories just get so far away from what the original used to be. But hey, finishing the stage yet again with 50 rings allows us access to the special stage. And this one is the one that cost me about 4 do-overs, which is one of the reasons why I'm glad I'm actually playing on Anniversary mode. Because if I had to do this traditionally, I wouldn't be getting this done until we hit a future stage called Labyrinth Zone. Labyrinth Zone being one of the most infuriating Sonic zones to try and get a Chaos Emerald in. Well, that and a few others. But this one cost me an arm and a leg to get, and I made it look so easy here, but it's just... It was just a pain. It was just a pain, but there we go. Chaos Emerald number 3. If you guys would be interested in seeing like an extra video as well, where we try and bring... That would have been three extra lives there if we weren't playing on Anniversary mode. If you guys would be interested in seeing like an extra video where we... Oh, fantastic. Off to a brilliant start here. Where I play as either Tails, Knuckles, or Amy. I'm just seeing what, they run like in this game. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, for God's sake, fucking hell. My platforming is not the best. Considering the classic Sonic form of games is some of my favorites. I suck at this. Oh, and right here, my controller just fucking did not want to work. I honestly thought I would have died there, because I've never actually stopped there for obvious reasons, considering there's a spike pit coming up from the ground. But yeah, it's quite surprising to learn that you wouldn't actually die there if you had a shield or rings. As you saw there, they were trying to be sneaky. Just checking up there as well. Marble Zone has a lot of sneaky paths that you can take that cut down the time of the level. I was just looking for it there. I couldn't remember exactly the layout. It's been a long time since I played Sonic 1. I usually play 3 and Knuckles more than any of them. Sonic 2 was the one I played the most, obviously, as a kid. And then Sonic 3 and Knuckles was the one then that I played in my later years. Definitely up there with one of my favorites, those 3 and Knuckles. Now, some more intense platforming here. And I get fucking hit again. I swear to God, man. These, some of these fucking things... too difficult for my pea brain to understand. Another thing I need to realize, and I'll actually mention this here, I need to learn not to use the spin dash in this game. If you wonder what I'm doing here, just demonstrating how, if I was in classic mode, not anniversary mode, you'd get a free man there, 1-up. I'd like to point that out, just because it's very, like, I don't think a couple of newer gen players have probably realized that you can stack those as much as you can. Yeah. Love the music in Marble Zone. Oh god, I'm singing. I'm gonna stop that right now. Sonic is past Act 2. You know, the more I see this, the sicker it makes me. I am not a big fan, I'll say it once, I'll say it again, I'm not a big fan of these special stages, man. Absolutely. They're just so infuriating. I never really liked them all that much, but I now more so than ever do I dislike them. I remember owning this, not Sonic 1, owning Origins for the Xbox Series X when it first came out. I was like, I want to utilize both consoles, so let's try to diversitize my games. Excuse me. And it was the biggest piece of shit. That game was such a glitchy mess at launch, at least for me. I was running as Knuckles and I just get fucked. It's beyond. If I'd been in here that long, I would have earned a free man. There it is, there's our fourth one, the green Chaos Emerald, the most iconic Chaos Emerald, thanks to a certain Hedgehog down the line. One of my favourite Hedgehogs, if I do say so myself. A lot of people's favourite Hedgehog. Coming to a theatre this Christmas, hopefully. But, I feel like a lot of people gave up in the original, because I know a lot of my friends, because I was the Sonic kid when I was younger. A lot of people I used to know didn't like Sonic for the simple fact that, like, they couldn't get past this zone and they just gave up. They just didn't like the platforming, I guess. Another instance there where the controller just didn't want to respond. You can actually see here that I'm actually confused as to how I managed to hit that, because I should not have hit that. I should have got hit there. You can see I'm just jamming out to the beat in-game. That's one thing that I think Sonic fans will collectively agree on. The music for any and all Sonic games fucking slaps. Like, any Sonic game has fucking amazing music. Especially when you hit the 3D era. My god. Remember those secret pathways I was talking about? Well, you can go through here, and you can skip 90% of the level. There'd be a secret one up there. Again, if you were playing in Classic mode. Gotta be quick on your feet here, because that thing will crush you. And you do need to do little jumps. Little jumps there to, you know, ensure your safety. Ensure you don't get hit. Speaking of getting hit, I just got hit there. Now, I was just talking about how a lot of people I knew didn't like Marble Zone because of the intense platforming you had to do. They wanted the speed aspect of the game. And I never got that, but I will admit, as a child, I hated that section in particular of Act 3. Purely because I just struggled. Anyways, moving on to the boss now. Now, this one I believe is the one I have the best luck with. I don't get hit doing this. It's pretty simple. He moves left to right, shoots fire down at you. Standard boss fight rules throughout the classic games, with one exception. Takes 8 hits, and he's done. He is done. And he's running away in his little Eggmobile, off to his next plan, his next scheme. Anywho, that's it for Act 3 of Zone 2. Thank you so much for joining me for Part 1 of this. I will see you all in Part 2.